Conservatism first started in the French Revolution, when in the States General the people sitting in the right were against change and in favor of monarchy. Edmund Burke, a British philosopher and politician, gave his opinion about the revolution in Reflections of the Revolution in France, in which he stated that France was losing its society because of the revolution. He was named one of the founders of the British conservative tradition. During the 19th century, wanting to keep the old order started to be called conservatism. This is why most conservatives were wealthy and part of the aristocracy. Inside empires and nation-states, people wanted to change the old regime. Afterwards, conservatism power raised after the Congress of Vienna, where Prince Metternich decided Europe should go back to the old regime. However, there was nationalism, which caused people to be loyal to the people and not to a king. Conservatism is incapable of being optimistic about human beings morally improving through political and social change. Without the restraining power, conservatives believe there can be no ethical behavior and no responsible use of liberty. Conservative pillars. Liberty. People have the right to life, property, government protection, and economic freedom. However, government should put order and control in some things. Tradition and order. Conservatism tries to preserve the values that have been established in the past. They believe humans are capable of putting a social order that respects human rights, but they need help to do it. Rule of law. Rule of law promotes prosperity and it protects liberty. Simply said, rule of law provides the conditions for uniform justice. Believe in God. It's important to believe in God because God is the true leader of humans, according to conservatism, and his ideas should be influenced in the political ones. Conservatism supports death penalty and is opposed to women's right to abortion, same-sex marriage, and new sexual orientations. According to this map, Europe is mostly conservative, as well as Latin American countries and North American countries, while Africans and Asians are mostly liberals. Conservatism in Colombia. Colombia has had various conservative constitutions influenced by conservative leaders. Conservative constitutions spoke of a link-relation-state relationship, which meant the country believed in God and used his ideas and ruling for the shaping of the nation. The blue spots on this map represent the Partido Conservador in Colombia. What role do ideologies play in the shaping of nations? Many nations in Europe are conservatives because of all of the revolutions. Past leaders, mostly royal ones, around the world have tried to dominate empires and nations by keeping the old order. During the 18th and 19th century, nation-states have been created out of nationalism, which first started when conservatism was being inflicted into Europe countries like a virus. However, people still wanted to be loyal to their people and not to a king. Many nations are what they are today because conservatism has pressured people to seek for change, and it has created people to rationalize about who they are really loyal to. I think Colombia should not follow conservative ideologies because we've been stuck with the same old traditions and beliefs that have stopped us from moving into a modern world. Colombia has always been, at least in my opinion, more focused to the right and to conservatism. This is because our leaders have always imposed religion and tradition that comes from our colony times. I think Colombia shouldn't be conservative anymore because as we keep tradition, we don't expand our dreams to innovate and create a more understanding and free society.